The rain poured relentlessly over the cracked streets of South Philly as Jamal sat in his beat-up sedan outside the old apartment building, staring at the glowing phone screen showing a $33 million wire transfer confirmation, the deal he'd chased. For years finally closed, turning his small logistics app into a tech empire overnight. Inside that same building waited his wife Keisha, the woman who'd worked double shifts as a nurse, pawned her grandmother's jewelry to buy his first laptop, raised their 2 kids while he coded through nights, and believed in him when the world laughed. Yet the moment the money hit, something cold shifted inside him. Whispers from new friends in suits calling her not on his level anymore. So he walked in, handed her divorce papers with a flat, "I can't carry this anymore," packed a bag while she stood frozen in tears, asking why in a voice so small it broke the air, told the kids Daddy had to go build their future. As little Jamal clung to his leg and Maya cried into her stuffed bear and left for a sleek downtown penthouse without looking back, trading 12 years of loyalty for luxury cars, designer suits, and arm candy events that felt empty the second the door closed behind him. But months later, the high shattered like glass. Investors pulled funding, citing personal instability, after the story leaked on blogs and black Twitter threads exploded with screenshots of old family photos next to new red carpet shots. AP. Reviews flooded with boycott calls and one-star rants calling him the poster boy for forgetting your roots. Sponsors vanished overnight, his valuation dipped 40% in a single week, and one lonely 3 a.m. in his cold marble penthouse Jamal opened. His phone to old photos and the regret slammed into him like a freight train he never saw coming. He scrolled through the wedding album first. Keisha in that simple white dress borrowed from her cousin, her eyes shining with pure faith as she whispered, "We got this, baby," while he held her hand like it was the only thing keeping him upright. Then videos from Maya's birth. Keisha squeezing his fingers through contractions while he cried ugly tears and promised her the world. Game night clips where Jamal lost at Uno on purpose so the kids could laugh. Keisha filming it all with that soft, proud smile she reserved just for him. Sunday dinners she cooked after 12-hour shifts, collard greens, mac and cheese, cornbread, plates piled high while she rubbed his shoulders and said, "You're gonna make it, I feel it." He saw the night she sold her gold earring so he could pay the server bill when the app was crashing and no one believed in it anymore. Heard her praying over his laptop every single night like it was a child she was blessing. Felt the warmth of her body next to his on that lumpy mattress when money was tight and love was the only thing abundant. His chest tightened until he couldn't draw a breath. Hot tears burned tracks down his face for the first time since he was a boy, and he dropped to his knees on the $10,000 rug, whispering, "What the hell did I do?" over and over like a broken record, the guilt clawing so deep it felt like his ribs were cracking open. He replayed the moment he called her dead weight in his head. Saw her face crumple, heard her whisper, "After everything?" And the shame flooded him so violently he gagged, hands shaking as he clutched the phone like it could undo the past. He drove through the storm at 4 a.m. to her mother's house, pounding on the door with wet fists, voice cracking raw as he begged, "Please, Mama, let me see her. I was wrong. I lost my damn mind. I need my family back." Only to get silence, the porch light staying dark while rain soaked him to the bone. The next morning he showed up at her hospital job, security grabbing his arms as he shouted her name. But when Keisha stepped out on break in her scrubs, hair in a messy bun, eyes tired but fierce, and saw him drop to his knees right there in the parking lot, suit drenched, face streaked with tears and rain, pleading, "Baby, I'm so sorry. I threw away the best thing God ever gave me for paper that don't mean nothing. Please forgive me. The kids need us together. I need you. I can't breathe without you." She stood still for a long moment, rain dripping from the awning onto her shoulders, then looked down at him with that quiet steel she'd always carried, the same strength that held their family together when he was nothing but dreams and late nights. Her voice came soft but unyielding. "You walked out the second the money cleared, Jamal. You looked at me like I was holding you back after I carried you when no one else would. After I prayed over every line of code. After I told our babies their daddy was a king even when the fridge was empty. You abandoned us like we were yesterday's news, and now the news turned on you? We good without you. We're healing. The kids ask about you, but they don't cry anymore. Go live with that emptiness you chose. She turned and walked back inside, head high, steps steady, leaving him sobbing on the wet asphalt as nurses and patients stared, some whispering, some shaking their heads. He stayed on his knees until security pulled him up and told him to leave, then drove home in silence, sat alone in the dark penthouse surrounded by things that suddenly looked cheap and meaningless, watches, art, views of the city he once dreamed of conquering, and the full weight crushed him completely. He curled on the floor, replaying her words, seeing Jamal's confused face and Maya's drawings of Mommy and Daddy happy. Realizing the empire he'd built felt like a prison without the woman who'd loved him broke and barefoot in South Philly, the regret hitting harder than any boardroom loss ever could. Soul deep, relentless, instant, permanent, and far too late, as he whispered into the empty room through sobs, I had everything real, and I threw it all away for money that can't. Hold me at night, can't kiss my kids goodnight, can't love me back.